Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Della. Here I'll be acting as an educator from a debate from Sunway University, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This is a national parliamentary debate. You can see the information about this debate currently on the screen. Yeah, I'll also include the original link in the description box below. Well, let's be a professional educator for a day. Alright, without any further ado, let's jump to the next slide. Alright, here are the speakers from each team, government and opposition team. Next is criteria or judgment boundaries, yeah. Focusing on the debate as a whole. Well, if we talk about the overall debate process, I could say this debate feels very lively. More specifically, why I say this debate was lively, here I categorize it in ERCDMT. The first, elaborate. But teams understood the motion well. As evidence, they raised relevant arguments. Each team was able to elaborate their arguments clearly, straightforwardly, coherently, and convincingly. They were also able to respond to the opposing team's arguments, including refuting them. POIs were raised and also accepted very actively between two teams. They also brought up recent cases and examples from everyday life, even really present cases, cases that they experienced at that moment. They are also using appropriate and nuanced dictions. It can also be seen how smoothly they express their opinions. Gestures, facial expression, very natural, but the speed at which they spoke uh, so speedy. I had to run to keep up with them, like to follow their ideas. Perhaps it was because they wanted to make the best use of their time. Their speaking time is neither too much nor too little. Well, that's it. My comment on the overall debate. Next is to comment on the content and diction. You can also give specific comments on each debaters. Okay, let's go. First, the Prime Minister from the government team and the leader of opposition from the opposition team. I think I wouldn't comment too much on this part because I think both the PM and the LR have done a great job. They started the debate well, but from the government team itself, PM said something that the opposition team could have used to counter them, which is when PM said that fate includes the most life-changing decisions or moments that an individual's experiences, such as marriage, death, career, or other significant moments, and they are they are irreversible. Yeah. However, PM continued and said that despite this, individuals still have some autonomy in small, less important moments, which have no more meaning than the important things in their lives. I think there could have been a clearer explanation of how this limited autonomy interacts with the knowledge of their major life events. This would help strengthen the arguments by showing that life is not entirely deterministic and there remains room for personal growth. And then the opposition team also responded well to the government statement. They also argued about the meaning of happy life according to the government team. They also included example of related cases, even one of which was what they were doing at that time, the debate competition, which is I think the great example because it is very related and they are experiencing it at the time. However, the government team could have asked back, for example, how people can find meaning and empowerment even within constraints, or how individuals adapt and find autonomy within their limitation. Uh, DL also briefly addressed the proposition's claim about better preparation with foreknowledge, but he didn't give any further analysis of why such preparation doesn't compensate for the loss of meaningful experiences due to uncertainty. But okay, still nice, still nice. Well, for content, I will give 1 point to each team. Yeah, because this is, let's say, just the warm-up stage, so not much argument brought to the table. Although I think the opposition team is starting to show their superiority. Yeah, I think it because the government team who speak first, so cannot make too many statements or counter the arguments of the opposing team. Yeah. Next is the use of diction. I think they are equally strong. Is strong. So 1 point for each team. Now, if you're curious, like, is it true? Well, you can right click the link below and to meet you, please. It is only 15 minutes for the first two speaker. Um, okay. It's been 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. 10 minutes for the second speaker. The government team has also done a good job. DPM rebutted at the first instance the case of the opposition. They also rejected the UBI case in Canada presented by the opposition team. DPM thought it was an appropriate example to argue to their statement. DPM also re-established the PM's claim about societal standards dictating life, still discussing anxiety, and started discussing new ideas. Then the opposition team also refutes the case of the DPM by bringing the arguments about symmetry of mediocrity, again discussing the value of autonomy over happiness, and also happiness from uncertainty, then providing additional arguments about self-improvement and stronger relationship. Yeah. Both of the same have their strengths and weaknesses in terms of argument density. But the case example given by the opposition team, in my opinion, is quite checkmate, not countered. So 1 point for the opposition team. Then in terms of the diction used by both teams, I think they are equally strong, equally nuanced, rich diction. Well, that's it. 1 point for each team. And well, I think I can only comment on two speakers from each team. If you are interested to know what what are my comments about the other speakers, feel free, let me know. I'll make you a special edition video. All right. Regarding this motion, what team you prefer to be on, guys? I have a little question. What if knowing fate would impact individuals' motivation and mental health? Despite everything that had been brought to the table by both teams, now, if fate is shown and that is what we will get in the future, will people then be lazy and say, work? What I have to work? Even in the future, I'll be the owner of the most expensive yacht. I don't know how, but it is something that is certain and cannot be changed. Well, where's the meaning of life then? Now, look around us. Not everyone is lucky to become a doctor or billionaire or else. There are also those who live in deprivation, poorly, but never get sick, for example. That's their sustenance or rezeki line. Then if these people know that in this life they would be nothing, even they try hard, yeah. Guess how many would end their own life committing suicide? They will thought like even I live for the next 20 years and I still be poor, what's the point? Yeah, that's not fair. So there must be conditions that must be met in order to change the fate. Not all, because they are also they are absolute. There are also those that can be worked on. Well, that's a discussion that has gone too far. All right. Well, if you like such discussion, feel free. Let me know. I'll make a special video for you. Yeah, I think that's enough from me. Thank you for your attention. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Where is? Macetnya. Gila, kenapa saya males?